Barack Obama has returned. Yes, the left can rejoice. The savior took some time away from his Hollywood friends to write an op-ed for the Time 100 publication. And of course, just like the old days, he used the opportunity to slam gun owners in his ultimate quest to destroy the second. In his piece, President Obama claimed to honor the Parkland students. In reality, all he did was attack the NRA. Here is the stone cold truth. If Barack Obama is writing anything that deals with the Parkland students, it should be an apology. His liberal, no discipline for rule breakers policy was a contributing factor that enabled the shooter to wreak the havoc that he did at Stoneman Douglas. I'm talking about Barack Obama's federal school discipline guidance policies, adopted by Superintendent Robert Runcie, a friend of Obama's Secretary of Education, Arne Duncan. All three of them hail from, where else but Chicago. It was Obama's school discipline policies that prevented Parkland faculty members from having students arrested, even for severe and repeated discipline issues. Even if a student was a potential threat to himself or others, even if the student threatened his peers, all things, by the way, that the Parkland shooter exhibited and did more than once, mind you. But because of Obama's policies, because of his Secretary of Education, and because of their Chicago ally Robert Runcie, police never arrested the shooter, so he had no problem getting his hands on a gun. Barack Obama, you owe the Parkland students an apology. For years, the NRA has been the biggest supporter of hardening our schools and allowing responsible trained educators to carry for the protection of their students. But instead of doing the right thing, instead of working with us to install common sense security in all of our schools, you continue to attack the NRA and its nearly 6 million members, calling us, quote, mere shills for those who make money selling weapons of war to whoever can pay, and accusing us of, quote, scare tactics, while in the same article praising Black Lives Matter as some peaceful organization making America, as you say, more compassionate. For the record, Mr. Obama, NRA members don't burn down cities and we don't incite riots against our police. The leaders of the Black Lives Matter movement do, and that is indisputable. As expected, like a typical gun-hating socialist, Barack Obama couldn't resist bringing the theme of inequality into his Times piece, writing, as these young leaders make common cause with African Americans and Latinos, the disproportionate victims of gun violence. Gangbangers use illegal guns to kill each other at an epidemic level. And he wants to blame law-abiding gun owners, NRA members, hundreds of miles away, mind you, from the inner cities of Chicago, Baltimore, and Detroit, and all the other cities plagued with violence. Barack Obama, if you want to talk about inequality and gun violence, you are the biggest perpetrator of it. Because while you left educators defenseless, while you pushed policies that barred violent students from being arrested, while you railed against the NRA, your daughters, yourself, were all protected by armed guards. Your daughter's in a school with strict discipline policies in place at all times, because you knew that's what makes schools safer. Discipline, order, and as a last case scenario, good guys with guns. But that was only good enough for your family. The Parkland students you now write about in Time magazine, that protection wasn't good enough for them. You played politics with their lives, and now you have duped them into thanking you for it when you're the one who should be apologizing. Barack Obama, you were in it and you coddled these thugs. Your policies coddled these thugs. Had every child been given the same armed security yours were protected by, there never would have been a Parkland massacre for you to weaponize in your Time magazine hit piece attacking the NRA. So let me make this clear, Mr. Obama. NRA members don't need your apology. In fact, we don't want it. But Parkland students, apologize to them. They deserve it, and you owe it to them.